Welcome to part 2 of my plant tour, where I will cover my office and grow space. If you haven't seen part 1 yet, please make sure to check it out, where I covered my downstairs and bathroom areas, which I covered low to medium height plants. Up here in the office, we'll focus more on medium to high light plants. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please make sure to hit that subscribe button to see more videos like this. So this is my office space. It's where I grow the majority of my indoor plants. This room is absolutely perfect for growing plants in. I mean, it gets lots of light, lots of sun, comes in here. It's always nice and humid because I always have a humidifier on there. Yeah, so it's an office and also a grow room. And you guys would also recognize this room because it's where I shoot the majority of my videos, and everyone loves this room, including my little cat Gracie, who's my second child. Now, so in this space, I have quite a number of different plants here, from anthuriums to ferns to orchids, like coffee plants, philodendrons, and it's been a bit of a challenge to put everything where I think it would kind of grow, because I'm not sure if you guys remember from my first videos, you would have seen books all over these bookcases, and now it's a funny plant. We have to start somewhere, so we'll start over here at this end. And so here I have a small little coffee tree. I should have 3 of these indoors, the other 2's over there. I actually quite like coffee plants because they are quite easy to grow if you follow a few steps. So the first thing is that they need strong light, and they need regular fertilizer, and you can't let them dry out too much. And then over here on this little table, this is my Calathea Orbifolia. I actually featured this plant in a previous video. It's one of my favorite Calatheas ever because of the nice markings on the leaves. Over here we have a small Phalaenopsis orchid with the blooms starting to fade. This is a Anthurium, an unknown variety. I'm not sure what the genus and name is. Over here I have my Boston fern, and I absolutely love Boston ferns because I can remember as a child all my mother's friends used to have these gorgeous big ferns in their houses with long front, and ever since that time I just absolutely fell in love with them. They do like it to be more warm-ish, and they also don't like to dry out, because as soon as they start to dry out, you'll see that the leaves start to fall off. And then here I have a pink zirconium. Also, I saw this at the nursery. It's quite a nice plant actually, because of this beautiful colouring of the leaves. And this is also a trailing plant. And what could actually work quite well is to, as this plant grows and trails, is to have this plant in my bathroom in the corner. Because you can imagine how nice this would look against the grey, to have it trailing down. And then here I have another pothos, and I actually bought this plant because it has the biggest leaves I've ever seen on a pothos. So I thought it kind of looks like cool. It like gives a nice contrast between the pink of the synchronium. And pothos, I spoke about earlier, really easy to care for, like great like starter plant. Up here, I have a maidenhair fern. So I know so many people that struggle with maidenhair ferns, and I've kind of figured out that my trick is to keep this fern in great condition is to give it a small amount of water every day. Because as soon as they dry out, you can actually see it here. Actually let this plant like dry out. But as soon as they dry out, the leaves start to shrivel. Then here I have a Anthurium. This is one of the Anthuriums that can like grow those massive 6 foot long leaves. I think it's Anthurium spectabilis. So this is still a juvenile version of that plant. Pretty easy to care for. I think it was actually my first foliage Anthurium. And then in here, under this bell jar, this is a Pathopedilum, a slipper orchid. It's a pink one, if I remember from memory, but it hasn't flowered for me yet, so we'll see. A funny story is that it doesn't actually need to be in this like glass bell, but like yesterday we were cleaning out the like cupboards and downstairs and trying to put things, you know, and this was there in the cupboard, and it's such a awkward thing to have in the cupboard to pack things around it. So my boyfriend was just like, take this, like make a plan with it, and I thought, oh, brilliant. Yeah, so I actually see if it makes a difference to this plant. And then I have another maidenhair fern over there, and this is a Anthurium which was on my desk at the office. This is another Dieffenbachia. It's up there to keep it away from my cat, because it is, like I said, like previously, they are poisonous. And this is two Phalaenopsis orchids that I still have to repot. They not in the best of shape, and then there is another one of these. Second shelf, these maidenhair ferns, and they did actually dry out a bit, so I'm gonna not let that happen again. These are more Phalaenopsis orchids, and then I also have a little propagation section over here. This is pothos and partly Philodendron. Phalaenopsis orchid. This is a Hoya australis, a beautiful little plant. Hasn't flowered to me yet though. And this is a queer plant, and the foliage on this plant is absolutely gorgeous. So moving down, we have a little Anthurium station over here. So like starting with my Philodendron Coolii, which you remember from a video I did a while back where I featured it with my Philodendron Squamiferum. So this is a pink Anthurium. Absolutely love this color. It's also easy to grow. You know, Anthuriums like bright light on their leaves. They like to be kept down. Yeah. This is also another Anthurium on tram, where it has like a peach like flower. The flower is faded, but it's normally like a peach color. This is the Anthurium that I unboxed in my last video. It's still settling in, so I'm still seeing, you know, what's happening with it, where it's like, you know, wants to be in this jungle. Over here on the floor, I'm actually not spread down here. Over here on the floor, we have quite a mix of plants. Starting with, this is also a Calathea. Beautiful, like polished, it almost looks like it's been hand painted on here. Easy to grow, it doesn't like any direct sunlight. So it's like kind of like growing here in the understory. This is actually the same Calathea that we saw downstairs. Over here we have a Anthurium. This is Anthurium green jaguar. And what I actually like about this plant is that it's the complete opposite of the other ones, where it doesn't have the big heart-shaped kind of leaves. It has a more arrow-shaped leaf. It was like going downhill at some point, but now I see it's starting to grow again. And this is my trio star. Beautiful plant. I mean, those undersides of the leaves, absolutely gorgeous. So it's a easy care houseplant, but just beware of like getting quite a light on the leaves, because it can burn easily due to the irrigation on the leaves. But yeah, it's again one of the understory plants here. And then we have, this is Alocasia amazonica. Beautiful plant. I mean, I absolutely love like the markings on the leaf. It just looks like tropical. It actually looks similar to the markings on Anthurium Clarinervium. And then here, this is like another one of the plants that I'm like clustering. I think this is Philodendron Squamiferum or something, but I'll put the name in the description. And then here, at the back of me, is my massive peace lily. Like, funnily enough, like I think 12 years ago, I actually bought this plant at the grocery store, and it was like this big, and it's grown into this monstrosity. I mean, it's absolutely beautiful and I do love it, but it does have a tendency, like all peace lilies, to get the brown issues on the leaves due to low humidity. And then, yeah, I have two fiddly pigs. Absolutely like gorgeous again. Love the big leaves. I like shine them with tons of pink or so to keep them looking nice. Yeah, so let's talk about this like shelf. So here in the corner, this is a bird's nest fan. It's a epiphyte nature. I've had this plant for about 2 years. I mean, I can't think of any problems it's had, but yeah, it loves medium light. This is another Phalaenopsis orchid. This is actually a plant I got from Stellenbosch Botanical Gardens. It's called a bad flower. I'll put the name in the video for you guys. It has a beautiful, like, almost like futuristic looking flower, and there's also a purple form of it. This is again my little publication session, so I have Tristina in here, there's little Monstera, some pothos, so I'm like recruiting them in there, and I'll do a video of when I plant them out in pots. This is just like a small red Anthurium that my mother gave me as a present. This is another Alocasia amazonica, and this is a Scindaptus spectre, I think. Also a gorgeous plant. I also love like the foliage of it. It's like silvery, mottling, and I actually want this plant to grow more and hang more down. And of course, yeah, I mean, this plant you guys have seen in so many videos is my Philodendron Squamiferum, which is now, instead of like growing up, it's like kind of doing this looping thing down here. But I did actually find the stake, and I'm actually going to take that plant up because I want it to grow upright, and then maybe move it down to over here so it can grow up in that area over there. And then on the table, this is where I grow the majority of my orchids. So, like, funny story about this desk is that this actually used to be my desk when I was still a student, and we both used to work from but now it's been taken over by plants. I mean, as you guys would know, if you are plantaholics like me, that can so easily happen when you have the plant like creep. You know, it starts with like one, and then it like goes, and before you know, you have all of this. And our funny thing is that we're both at home again due to the lockdown, and now we have a problem. But I quite like this, and I think we can make allowances. So, with my orchids, the orchids I have on here are mainly Cattleyas and pandas. So this desk gets a lot of light and also sun during the day. So if we start over here, this is a Paxillaria tenuifolia. This is actually the coconut orchid. That the flowers of this orchid smells like coconut oil actually. It was funny that before I actually got this plant, I heard it smelled like coconut. For some reason in my mind, I had the idea that it would smell almost more like shea butter. And then when I smelled it, I was kind of underwhelmed, but it is more of a coconut oil smell. Easy to grow plant. It likes like bright light. I could actually probably grow this plant outside. And this is my RCL Golf Green Hair Pig. Yeah. Beautiful orchid. It actually flowered for me last year. The most fragrant flowers of a Cattleya I've ever smelled. Yeah. And this one is a panda, but it's actually a stubborn bloomer. It hasn't bloomed for me, and it's supposed to be an easy to grow panda, and also be cold tolerant. And I can't figure out why it's not blooming. You know, it gets lots of light, lots of moisture, fertilizer. But perhaps if any of you guys have pandas, you can give me some tips. And then this is actually another panda, and you guys will probably remember this plant from my video where I actually repotted this. There was a video of me repotting this panda, and I'm actually not sure if this plant is actually blooming size yet, but it's also not bloomed for me. And over here we have my biggest panda, which was actually a birthday present a few years ago. This is the panda Catherine McCarthy. Beautiful, I think it has pink flowers from memory. Yeah, it looks very healthy. Yeah, easy to grow, high direct sunlight, and also moisture. And then over here, this is a Brassipola nodosa, which is called the, I think, the Lady of Night orchid. Has the most gorgeous, fragrant flowers. And what's so cool about them is that the fragrance is released at night, because in nature there's a moth pollinator, I think, that pollinates these guys. Easy to grow. Again, the sunlight. It likes lots of sunlight, but definitely a plant to add to your collection. And it's actually quite fast growing. This is RCL Philodendron Napoleon. I think you guys would remember this plant from my repotting video where I repotted this one and the Dragon Sue. I can't remember the name of that plant now. And this plant has actually produced 3 new leaves, so we'll see what happens. I mean, this one looks like it's maturing nicely, so then hopefully these could be flowers coming up. and my Lavalier anceps, which I featured in my Orchids and Spike video. The spike is progressing nicely, so we'll see what happens. Yeah, easy to grow plant. I usually like grow this plant outside, but now I decided to move it inside to protect the spike. But then after it's bloomed, I'll take it outside again. It's more for me, actually, I see this plant more as like a garden plant than an indoor plant. And this is my little Chinese money plant. What is it? Peperomia, I can't remember the name. Beautiful little Easter plant. It's like a very in fashion house plant at the moment. Yeah, this was actually given to me as a cutting from a colleague at the office. And these two orchids are progressing nicely. I featured them in a Cattleya unmounting video. This one is Lavalier perforata. So there's a new growth coming out and new roots are starting to go into the media. And the other one was Cattleya Orbifolia, which has the same thing with it really. Like the new shoots are coming out, so yeah, I'm quite pleased with the transition between being mounted and being potted. On the windowsill, I have a collection of succulents and cacti, and that one, the Neocellus Lyrata, I featured in my last video with all my orchids in bloom, and that's a cactus which I got from the garden center. This is my Lavalier Clarinervium, which is a Cattleya type orchid which needs to be in bright light conditions in order to bloom. Next to that we have a small succulent, and this is Cattleya Orbifolia, which is also a plant that needs the bright light conditions. This is my Euphorbia succulent, and then we have two indigenous succulents over there, and in the corner is my that is Boya perennial. Here, of course, we have my crown jewel of my plant collection, my Anthurium Clarinervium, which you guys have seen in 2 videos now, I think. This is actually my bird's nest Anthurium, which I'm so unhappy about because I think this actually got thrips, which you can see that the leaves are a bit deformed. So I did spray it down with alcohol and hydrogen peroxide, so hopefully that has helped with that. And then just if we pan over to that side, these are my 2 big coffee plants. Like coffee, like lots of light, as I said before, and also what I've noticed on especially this plant is mealybug and scale. So I'm constantly having to go and look and spray them. But other than that, it's quite easy to care house plant, and I'm just trying to see if I forgot anything. Don't think so. Yeah, so guys, that has been my houseplant tour. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys have any questions about any specific plants that I talked about today, please leave a comment in the comment section below, and please subscribe to see more videos like these.